My experience has been great here at Weatherford College.
I like the convenience of the location.
It's been great working and going to school both at the same time.
The staff has been very helpful for my education.
Okay, we're with Coach Danny Henson here. Bridgeport Bulls had a really tough game Friday night, Coach. Close, you know, it could have gone either way there at the end of the game. Tell us about the first half, and then we'll talk about the second half.
Well, just really the whole deal. The first half was kind of frustrating. We seemed like we were shooting ourselves in the foot quite a bit, having just enough mistakes to keep us from doing what we need to do, and then kind of caught fire there in the second quarter offensively. Defensively, we had a pretty tough half, especially we gave up a touchdown there right at the very last play of the half, and that was really something we really never overcame.
That changed the momentum a little bit going into the half, didn't it?
It did, and and Mineral Wells did a great job in the 2-minute offense. We're not, don't want to take anything away from them. They executed their plays really well. We certainly just didn't give them anything. They did a great job of coming down the field and connecting on that last-second pass.
It was a nice, balanced offense for you, really throughout the game. The second half, you get towards the end, and what was that score at 3 minutes?
Well, we were down, I believe it was 30-13, I believe it was, and came back and got it to 27. Just couldn't quite make up the last difference of it.
Kids were fighting, though, weren't they?
They were. In fact, we actually had 2 onside kicks. We got a chance to execute 2 onside kicks. And if we'd have recovered either one of them, had a legitimate chance to still win the game there at the end.
Who you got coming up next week?
Well, we've got Prosper this week, and that's going to be a huge test. They're the defending state champions. From what I understand, they're really looking forward to this game. They had a great season last year. Their only blemish was to the Bulls. We're the only team that beat them last year, so I don't think we're going to catch them sleeping. They're going to come in ready to play. You
won't have any trouble getting your kids up for this, though, will you?
No, we're going to have to get this loss behind us. That was a tough loss. It was a game we felt like we should have won. It was a close game that we had as good a chance to win as the other team, and we came up short. But we have to get that behind us and have a good week here, getting ready for Prosper and play a great game against them Friday.
Coach, are there 1 or 2 things coming out of Friday night's game that you're going to focus on in practice this week?
Well, consistency. That's kind of our motto right now. I think we show that at times we're a really good team, but we're just not really good enough. And so the little mistakes and the little miscues that keep hurting us are keeping us from being the type of team that we hope to be. So we're trying to get just better at the little things to stop the mistakes that keep stopping drives, the mistakes on defense that allow teams to get out of third down situations and those things. And that's what we're kind of looking for this week. We're wanting to see more consistency and cutting down on errors.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck to the Bridgeport Bulls Friday night.
Thank you.
Okay, we're with Coach Henson, one of our featured players for this week. Why don't you introduce him?
Yeah, this is junior Jace Hudson. Jace plays outside receiver for us, and he had a big game Friday night against Mineral Wells with 3 touchdown catches.
Great game. Thanks, Coach. Jace, it was a tough game. Could have gone either way at the end.
Yeah, well, we just couldn't get our offense going at the last few minutes of the game, and at the beginning of the game, the first half, we just couldn't find a good rhythm.
You had a balanced game on both sides of the ball, but your night was an outstanding night. How'd that feel?
It felt real good. Since the first week I didn't really do much. It felt good to come in the second week and prove that I could play real good, I guess.
What were you thinking there with about, 3 minutes to go in the second half? I mean, what was going through your mind at that point?
Just to get downfield and score real fast.
Well, didn't pull it out, but nothing for the team to be ashamed of. You guys fought hard. And who you got coming up next week?
Prosper. They're going to be tough, I guess. And so we just got to –
Defending champs?
Yes, sir. We got to – they're going to be wanting to beat us because we beat them last year. We're their only loss. So we've been preparing for them pretty.
You can get up for this one then?
Sir.
Okay. Terrific. Listen, tell us a little bit about your family. Are you from this area?
I lived in Argyle actually for 6 years. Moved here when I was in the 8th grade, and we live out in Lake Bridgeport. And
you're probably my neighbor out there. I'm out there on the lake too. Big family, small?
Small, I guess. My brother went to college this year, so it's just me and my mom now. So.
Yeah. Well, terrific. Thanks. And, hey, best of luck to you this upcoming game.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, we've got a defensive player to feature this week. Now, you want to introduce him?
Yeah, we have senior Blake Waldrop. Blake plays linebacker for us. Blake's also one of our captains on our football team this year. Blake had a big night Friday night in Mineral Wells as well. He had 14 tackles and was in on a lot of plays.
Terrific. Blake, we want to just talk about that game a little bit. How did you feel about it going into the game?
Well, I felt good, We should have won it, but we just had like one play out of the drive that would cost us big. So,
and those are the tough ones to lose, aren't they?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's close, and they're always the toughest.
Tell us about your first half.
Our first half, we were doing pretty good, and we made a lot of stops and stuff, and our second half we just didn't do very good at all.
Well, the defense is getting a lot of attention this year. You're really a strong team unit, aren't you?
Yes, sir. We really have some high expectations for our defense, but we'll just have to reboot for next week and hopefully do way better than last week. So.
You got the defending champs coming in, but just to finish up on this last Friday night's game, the second half was tough. You get down to about 3 minutes, and the comeback looked like something that was doable. What was going through your mind?
I mean, I was kind of getting excited. I just wanted to win the game, so I just wish we had pulled it out. But oh
well. This disappointing, I know. Third week coming up. Who you have coming in?
Prosper. So they're pretty tough, but if we practice hard this week, we should win. I hope.
Tell us a little bit about your family. You from here?
Well, I moved here when I was 1, and I got a family of 5. I got 2 brothers. One of them's a freshman, and my mom and dad, so they're pretty big. So,
football in your college future, maybe?
Maybe. It's a possibility. I don't know yet, though.
A little early to know. Well, listen, thanks. Good luck to you Friday night, and pull that out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.